Why do the Southeast have the highest human capital development?
The Southeasterners, the South, the Southeast, these guys are a bit more civilized. Not only more civilized, sorry to say, these are
looking for another Trump.
I don't want another Trump. Sorry.
Yeah, looking for another Trump.
Sorry to say, we have a civilized,
Igbos are always saying that they are marginalized.
Yeah.
We are marginalized.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, according to the statistics, you look at it, in all the politicians in Nigeria, in all the geopolitical zones in Nigeria, people from Southeast, there are people that still retain their conscience a little bit.
Okay.
Because they still say that, okay, we have to build schools for our people, health centers for our people. There are the Southeast still have the highest human capital development, the highest state from the Southeast. Why is it so? Even as they are crying of marginalization.
No, the marginalization the Southeast is crying is about federal presence. That is all.
Okay.
You understand? It's about federal presence. There is nothing federal government is doing in the Southeast, like the way it's doing in other places. Everything development you are seeing in the Southeast is coming from the state and individuals. So when they're talking of marginalization, it's purely the lack of a federal, presence in the Southeast. If they are doing a major project, they only do it in other places. They don't do it in the
So
in
all
the
the states,
That is what it means.
the support of federal government to work.
Yeah. Greatly. In general, these are people who don't want to remain stagnant.
Undeveloped.
Yes, they don't like it. These are people who want a change. They don't want to remain where they are. They really want things to happen. They want to meet up to the Western world. They want to be more
compete.
civilized. They want to compete. They want to change the status quo. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah, that is people from the East and the South. Sometimes when I use East, I mean both South.
Yes,
Everybody.
correct. Yes.
That does not negate the fact that there are other people also from other regions who want the same. But if you could watch, it's people from the East and the South. That is why they are the majority. When it comes to traveling, they travel most because they really want to explore. They really want to make a change. They really want. They don't want to maintain the status quo. You understand? They want to change their standard of living. They want an improvement in every area. So maybe that is why such thing is happening.
Yeah. Some people will not believe this. I wanted to say it for them to argue before I read this part. And I'm going to post it for them to see. Human capital growth in Nigeria exhibits significant disparities across its 6 geopolitical zones, with notable gap between the southern zones, southeast, south, and the southwest. We generally lead in human development metrics, and the northern zones and north central, northeast, and northwest, which often trail behind. Okay, all the northern part often trail behind. The northern zones, particularly the northeast, also faces unique challenges related to insecurity, conflict, and cultural factors that affect human capital outcomes. It does not matter. There is something I want to tell people. Most of the reason why the Southeast or Igbos want to go is because they have seen that Nigeria is not moving forward. You understand? And how you will know is after the war, this 20 pounds they said they gave every Igbo people after seizing their money, right?
Yeah.
How would you say the Igbo people are now? What is their capacity? How have they grown? They have shown you that there are people that want to compete, they want to grow, they want to be seen.
Yeah.
And Nigerian project is not moving. I don't think Nigeria have a national project or a national plan to move Nigeria from this place to this place. And we don't like it. This is why we're always talking about Southeast said they want to go or they want to go also. There is another thing I want to show you, and that is this is woman literacy rate by ethnicity
Okay.
in Nigeria. I would like people to just sit back a little bit and ponder about what we're saying. It's not gonna affect your health, mental health, your bank account. If you just reflect, if you just think a little bit. See now, woman literacy rate by ethnicity, that is percentage of literacy in Nigeria from 15 to 24. This is Igbo. 73.1% of women can read, write. You understand? They have a basic education. Ibibio, 62%. Edo, 59%. Yoruba, 56%. Ijaw, 47%. TV, 37%. Hausa, 22%. Kanuri, 21%. Fulani, 13%. And other ethnicities, 40%. Why is this so? You know, some people are using politics to actually blind their people and rob them wholly, rob their future, rob everything. Because when you can read and write, when you have a basic education, you have a little leverage to compete, to go out there. Even if there is no work, you can actually articulate, write your own CV by yourself. You understand?
Yeah.
And this is not so. And when you are doing a video like this or trying to inform people about this kind of thing, they will look at this and say, no, it's not possible that these political zones can be more than mine. But just say, these people, after 4 years, right, they are going to feed you with lie, propaganda from every angle, from church to school, everywhere. And you are not going to say, no, let me just use what God gave me that is free, common sense. Let me just think, why is this thing happening? Because they are feeding you with hatred that does not make any sense. And it's going to blind you. You cannot think and ask the right questions that you need to ask. And this is the things that we need to attack and kill. You understand? So that we can move forward. So that we can be talking about literacy rate in Nigeria. We can be what does it say, competing. Mine is 90. How do you see this country? Norway have 100% literacy. I think it's Norway. How is it possible? Is it Norway or Switzerland? How is it possible that a country have 100% literacy, that everybody there has basic education? And you can come in a country, they said only 13% Fulani have basic education because most of them are in the bush. Right?
Yeah.
Most of them cannot. Gumi can take a paper, go to them and lie from A to Z and saying this is what somebody said from Southeast. This is what President Buhari said. Because you cannot read and tell exactly what happened, you will take up arms and start going to kill people. Yes, because at least you need to actually read the headline and see what this person interpreting to you, if it's true or false.
Yeah. Actually, illiteracy is a big problem. It's one of the major problem of mankind, illiteracy. So it's a major issue. And I think it's one of the reasons also why so many people used to attack us if we bring something
like this
that is factual. Something you can just, think over it. That why is this policy only in Lagos? Why only improving the port in Lagos when there are other ports? You understand? For me, I expect even our clergymen to speak out and let these people know it's enough. Lagos is choked. Move to other places. You understand? The way they're speaking against banditry, they're speaking against terrorism. I expect our clergymen also to speak to the people in power that Lagos is choked. there is no need, there is no point concentrating things on Lagos again. Move to other places so that we have a breathing space. They don't know also that in such an environment, when accident happen, an accident that's supposed to claim, let's say initially, that is not supposed to claim a life. But because the place is congested, that accident will take so many lives. If there's fire outbreak, you cannot control it. If there's disease outbreak, you cannot control it. There are many things, the negative, the disadvantage is more than the advantage of putting, only allowing Lagos ports to work instead of doing others. So they're actually causing harm. They are not actually making things better. Yeah, outside the illiteracy, it's also this tribalism and corruption that makes somebody to think like that. We cannot say somebody like our president now is illiterate. No, he's a learned person. Though his certificate is in question. You understand? But
his certificate is missing in action. His certificate is missing in action.
Our president's certificate is in question. There is no doubt. But he's an intelligent man. You understand?
Yes.
Being intelligent is not necessarily passing through the walls of a university or a secondary school. You understand? Yeah, or being learned. Those are places just to get certification.
Yeah.
But you can be learned, you can be illiterate, even without going through the four walls of the school system. So Tinubu is an intelligent person. We can't say that he's an illiterate. No, you understand? Yeah, he's learned, he's lettered. But why is he doing so? If he's doing like this, it's because of corruption and tribalism. That will make him to, at this point in time, develop Lagos port and leave other ports not to function.
Okay, I want to ask you a very simple question, right? I want to ask you a very simple question, but before I ask, I want to say this. I want to correct myself, right? See, countries with highest literacy rates, Finland, Norway, Luxembourg. This is like how many countries here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 countries with 100% literacy rate. Now, the question I want to ask you is, you followed the 2023 election. You followed it very well, right?
Very, very well.
Campaign.
Yes.
What did Tinubu campaign on?
Virtually not in any way. He said he will follow the footsteps of Buhari.
Just inform us, because I don't know.
No.
Unless I pick up my phone, I can actually see. Maybe he did.
For me, I don't. No. He never campaigned, though the APC have a manifesto, but he never go any campaign he goes. He doesn't concentrate on the manifesto. Those are his full soldiers who speaks on that. But for him as a person, he goes to the day he went to say he came to dance.
Okay.
So for him, I don't know. There's nothing he campaigned on.
I'm sure that maybe Nigerians read Obi manifesto.
Yes.
And they saw his plan, what he wanted to do for Nigerians, right? These Nigerians do not actually campaign with plan before. It's not a thing that this is the things I am going to do, this is the project or my plan. I am campaigning because I want to give Nigeria light or healthcare, education, right? Security. Nigerians do not actually campaign with something. When you have a town hall meeting, which they don't actually do, you ask, what are you going to do for Nigerians? You understand? Because things are changing.
No, they actually do. They always put it the pillar, their campaign pillar, security like this. But those are just formalities. Yeah. They do print posters. You see them that these are our pillars for this. They do
all these things.
All those are rhetorics. That
their campaign managers and their campaign teams came and put together.
Yeah, exactly. But the guys who are involved
do not.
No. Them are career politicians. all their plan is they go who to settle, who will rig the election
Yes.
in each place. That is their calculation.
So,
They don't.
what I am
They
saying,
don't even know the manifesto. I'm not sure they read.
when you ask them, when they come to town hall meeting or whatever, you ask them question, they will ask you, have you not seen my manifesto? Go and check. You need to be up to date. We should not allow these criminals to be bullying us. No, you wrote the manifesto. It was your plan. You are the person campaigning. What is it that you want to do for Nigerians? What is that? What is your plan? What is the agenda? The only person I saw that can speak about his manifestos is only one person, and that is Obi. Now, we are talking about at the presidential level. But I think this thing should also trickle down to the governors. Because we don't ask them questions. We do not. We don't know what they are campaigning on. We don't know what their plans are. This is why a state in Nigeria will have a literacy of 13% in Nigeria. If you are counting the richest oil nation in the world, you count Nigeria. You count the populous, you count Nigeria. Richest people, you count Nigeria. And in the same state, you have up to 100
human
million,
resource.
100 million people in poverty. Because they are not asking questions. In the same country, there will be an emergency. Just something will happen like this, somebody will die because there is no light. Because people are not asking questions. They are busy talking about Igbo, Yoruba, Igbo this, Yoruba this, Hausa this. Instead of focusing on what is vital. Instead of focusing on healthcare. What is your plan? What is your plan on healthcare? Right? Okay, if this person have everybody, no, we should have, Nigerians should start asking questions, have agenda to move the country forward. If anybody tells you that is going to do AI, that person want to rob you. You don't have the infrastructure. The things the person can do for you, healthcare, road, light, it's achievable. Ask them that question. Security. Hold them by their balls. Let them tell you what they want to do for you. So that if they did not do that, there is no point for them to come back after 8 years, after 4 years. There is no point of them lying, brainwashing you again.
No, even man, Nigeria situation is really bad.
Yeah, it's really bad, but there are things that actually common that we can touch, we can test. Right? Something that can easily improve our life, except what is it called?
Okay, like now we are talking of the port. Okay, so do you think we are talking of the government, decentralizing the port system in Nigeria? Okay, now even the educated ones in Nigeria, they are not even lending their voice. This decision is wrong. You cannot put a functioning port for over 2 million in one place.
The educated ones that you are going to talk about right now, 80% of them are older generation.
The educated ones? 80% are the older generation.
If you are talking about the educated ones now, who are you going to call?
There are still younger generation that are
the ones you are going to call now are the people that brought us where we are, and they are still holding us. 80% of them. I don't want to say, okay, I'm educated, I can read. Those are not the people you mean.
Yeah.
The people you mean are maybe bank owners or maybe people that are doctors. And there are people that have experience. Somebody with 10 years experience, 20 years experience as a doctor is about 60 years old. To start with, these are the older generation.
Exactly.
So this thing that we are talking about now, I don't think I mean them. Because my previous video, I said that in 2050, Nigeria is going to be 2050, right? Sorry. Nigeria is going to be the third populous nation in the world. Right? Now, if they do not start getting the information or start thinking or learning how to move forward, and that's 2050. In the next 25 years, Nigeria can still not post for anything.
Well,
You understand? But
yeah.
there are common things where they can start. There is a starting point. There are things they can start. If they put it in place, our doctors cannot be living in a record number. Live in Nigeria in a record number. You understand? People cannot be dying on their road every day. A trailer load falling. And this tanker falling has to do with port being only in Lagos.
Yeah.
That is why you see
And bad
container every time on the road.
Yeah.
The road, you see container on the road. It's because it's not decentralized.
Yeah.
If there is 50,000 containers right now in every road in Lagos, is more. I'm just saying 50,000 is more. 50,000 road in every place in Lagos right now. We are going to see the drivers maybe from every part of Nigeria, or the company owners from every part of Nigeria.
Yeah, port container used to leave from Lagos to Kwenu, Lagos to Port Harcourt, Lagos to Enugu, Lagos to KB, go like this. Containers used to leave from Lagos. How can that be?
And it causes traffic also.
Causes accident, or overworking the road. That is why we don't have good roads.
So if they put ports everywhere, it's going to reduce this kind of thing.
It's going to end. Business will boom. Business will explode. The economy will open up.
You can actually plan
because there will be transaction.
Yes.
There will be no waste of time again, because time is money. Business we are supposed to do within 30 minutes, and it's taking you 1 week.
Yeah. Another thing is, when there is port everywhere where it's supposed to be in Nigeria, you can actually plan when all these trucks can move.
Yeah.
During the time they can move.
Yeah.
They cannot be dragging road with everybody again. So the rate of the accident will reduce.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
But they are not doing it because they want to marginalize one section of the country. That is why they are killing every Nigerian.
Yeah. And a lot of people are dying as a result of this policy.
Right now, you said how many working seaports is here?
10
working seaports, right?
Yeah, UAE.
And if you compare the kind of business that is working here, you will say there is more importation here, there is more truckload work here than as it is in Nigeria. Is that fair to say? But why is it that I will not go out here and I will see trucks everywhere?
No, you cannot see, because there is no congestion. You put your goods to that is very close to you.
But if
and you clear it from there.
If the seaport was only in Dubai, you will see trucks everywhere.
Yeah, you will see trucks everywhere. It will be jam-packed. Everywhere will be closed up.
So when you are telling these people that they need to diversify, they need to develop everywhere, it's not actually attacking the presidency because it's from your side.
Exactly.
It's because you mean well for the country, and you need the country to be developed. You need everything to open up.
Yeah.
And when everything open up, people can actually be safe.
Yeah.
You cannot be moving. Where can I say now? Apapa. Have you seen Apapa? Have you been to Apapa? Traveling to Apapa. If you are going to work and you need to go from Apapa, you need to leave your house 2-3 hours earlier.
Is it? And the funny thing is that the effect of this thing is more on the indigenous than the foreigner. The foreigner, when it becomes too much, he will just travel out of the city and go and cool his head. But you that is from there, you are going nowhere.
when I was working in Lagos, I used to work in Lagos in VI, and I stayed in Ireland.
Yeah.
And I would start my job 8 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
Do you know when I wake up?
Yeah, you must around 4 to be able to make it.
So that I will leave my house 5 o'clock to beat 6 o'clock traffic.
Yeah.
Because if you're on the road at 6 o'clock, you are going to be late.
Yes.
And you're supposed to resume 8 a.m.
Okay. And if you watch the energy that you lose between that 4 to 8.
What energy? I will just
the energy that will be dissipated from you is what even more than the money you are going to work for. If you calculate it in real terms, the time and the energy, the waste of time. A work you are going to do by 8 and you are waking up 4 to go to a work by 8 and you close 6 before you get to house again. That will take you another 6 hours again. Yeah. Yes. That is you're actually at a disadvantage. The person is retrogressing. Because the work is only 8 hours.
Very
And
wicked
and then for you to go to the work and come back, you spend more than 8 hours. You are not working.
Very wicked indeed.
So that is why there is retrogression. And people need to understand that. But they will tell you are saying tribalism. They need to understand that here, if you want to go to, and outside the country, if you want to go work, 30 minutes you are at your workplace. You understand? If you are coming from a far place, a maximum 1 hour, you get to your place of work, you work, you go back. So you are adding, let's say, extra 2 hours to your work.
Very, very wonderful speech out there, article, interview, whatever, however you may choose to call it. But the truth still remains, if you watch that video finish and it did not align with the headline, then you are not a true Igbo man. Be proud of yourself anywhere you see yourself as an Igbo, my brother. You are envious of all. Every human being on earth, white, black, blue, all are envious of the Igbos. You will not know what you carry. Not until you understand that anywhere you enter, you become a subject of attraction to many, whether negatively or positively. So you can understand when I said you have to be proud of whom you are as an Igbo man. Well, the message I've explained everything. So, let me not waste much of your time again explaining some certain things. You have already listened to that very particular quick clip. But let me just read this small article and then we'll take a few comments. How a marginalized region become Nigeria's most successful people. How did a region that claimed marginalization become one of the most successful and industrial groups in Nigeria? In this powerful episode, we break down the real truth behind how the Southeast and Igbo people continue to rise, even as the federal government focus mainly on Lagos. This conversation exposes the untold story of human capital development, Igbo resilience, and the cultural system that have turned a marginalized region into one of the Nigeria's most successful people. Despite limited federal support, what you will learn in this video, or what I will learn in that video, how the Igbo apprentice system, Igbo boy, creates unstoppable entrepreneurs, while federal policies focus heavily on only Lagos. How Igbo people still dominate business, trade, and education across Nigeria and every other sector. So this message is what we brought to us today. And I'm very, very sure a lot of people is going to learn from this message. A lot of people is going to learn from this message, including I myself. You understand me? So this is just a few comments I'm going to take because that message is long. And you must have feel bored in watching the message from beginning to the end. So kudos to you. Z. Carl said marginalized by federal government, but all their developments are from individual and age grade improvement union. If their resources are being used for the whole country, why punishing them for civil war that ended 50 plus years ago? You can as well allow them to go as Biafra if you so desire. Chuk Snag said the only thing the Eastern politicians were able to negotiate successfully under this government is for Omotosho to jail Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and not a seaport or international airport in the East. Congrats to them. Bright Udochukwu Ono has said the cost of clearing car from Nigeria customs is so high, thinking that they are killing the business of the Igbos. A laugh in Swahili. Ndiberibe. And Ekwechukuma Chije Gozie, God bless you for the way you tease out issues. Austin Emenike said, I love your program, bro. More grace and more grace to your able. So my people, now here we go take back break. We are going to just leave the message here so that when you watch it finish, you are going to digest it to the best of your own knowledge. You understand from the speaker. You join them together to make out something that is going to be useful for this our journey to greatness. Please follow us on our social media handles and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more interesting videos like this coming your way on daily basis. Thanks once again for watching. May God Almighty bless you and prosper you and meet you at every point of your need. It shall be well with you. You shall see the end of 2025. 2025 will never see your end or the end of any member of your family. In fact, your household are protected by the Almighty Chukwuka Abiyama, the God that answereth all things. And so shall it be.